Desperate times call for desperate measures, and what Adam did at Tribal Council, I would consider pretty desperate. When the purse is empty, the heart is filled. Hello and welcome back everyone to the video series dedicated show on CBS that can get Chinese takeout on a deserted island. That's right, we're talking about Survivor Season 40 Winners at War Episode 9. And we're going to start this video off where last episode left off, and that was Wendell being sent to the edge of extinction, and everybody was coming back from Tribal Council, and the two people very pissed about it was Michele and Nick because they were left out of the majority of the vote. And Nick's name keeps getting brought up, so he's vowing to the camera that he's playing a no more Mr. Nice Nick kind of game. Oh no, he's gonna play a very cutthroat type of game. And on the other hand, Adam is just happy to have made it out alive from another tribal council, and he has this plan that the fleur de lis on the Jeff's podium at Tribal Council is a hidden immunity idol out in plain sight, and if desperate times calls for it, he will try to play it. Oh, foreshadowing, thy name is Survivor. Now let's go over to the edge of extinction where Yul finds a clue box at the mast, and when he brings it up to everybody, he opens it up and everyone has their name on a scroll. He hands them out and they all open them at the same time, and it says that history is set to repeat itself and you have to take a step back to make the right assessments or something to that effect. So everybody in a group goes over to the steps and starts climbing up to the cliff, and then they break into teams, and that's when Danny and Parvati decide, hey, what if this was like from the last time Edge of Extinction was happening, and Aubrey had to take a step back and one of the holes near the steps had something in it. So they decide to go down there. Of course, that's exactly what it is, and Parvati reaches her hand in the hole, grabs out this coin that is a 50-50 coin. It has safe on one side, not safe on the other. If they sell it to somebody, that person will be able to flip the coin at Tribal Council. If it lands on safe, they get immunity. If it lands on not safe, they're still vulnerable to get votes. They can sell it for however many fire tokens they want to. We'll let everybody in on it. We'll sell it for a good amount of fire tokens and possibly buy a whole bunch of jars of peanut butter so everybody can get at least some sort of food as we're sitting here waiting for another redemption games. And that's exactly what they do, as we're gonna fast forward to where they sell it, and that is Michele. Parvati knows that she's handed her fire tokens over to Michele, and she probably knows that Wendell gave her one of his fire tokens. She is really hesitant on whether she wants to give up all 4 of her fire tokens for this advantage that is legit just 50-50. It's not like a straight hidden immunity idol that it will guarantee her safety. But then Michele thinks of what her fortune cookie said from this reward from this episode, and she decides to buy the 50-50 coin and let the chips fall where they may. Speaking of the reward for this episode, now let's go over to the reward competition where all these tribe members are going to be put into 2 teams of 5, and there are going to be 3 people from each team going to be jumping into the water off of a floating platform to get to this net filled with fish puzzle pieces. They're gonna unhook the nets, bring it up to the shore. Once on the shore, they're gonna be undoing the fish puzzle pieces, putting them on hooks, walking them over to the puzzle masters for each team. There's gonna be 2 for each team, and putting them in a synchronized order to make the puzzle flush. Once they have that, the first team to do this wins reward, wins Chinese takeout. Kim, Ben, and Sarah with Sophie and Michele doing the puzzle, and then we have Adam, Tyson, and Tony with Jeremy and Nick on the puzzle, and Denise has to sit on the sideline, and then Jeff says go, and that's when the blue team is just like a slightly ahead of the red team at every single step. They get to the shore first, they get their fish puzzle pieces out first, they put them on the hooks, they get it to the puzzle masters first, and giving Sophie even just a little bit of a head start over another team on a puzzle is just gonna be deadly for you because she is the puzzle queen of this season. Nick and Jeremy at one point are just throwing these puzzle pieces around. Sophie is able to finish up this puzzle, win reward for her team, and they're about to eat, but that's when Sarah wants to give up her reward for Nick because it was his birthday. He did get blindsided a bit and she wants him to feel good. But like I said, no more Mr. Nice Nick, as he is eating this Chinese food, plotting when he is going to take the shot at getting Sarah out the next chance he gets. Now, over with the people on the tribe that didn't get the reward, they're thinking about wanting to get Sarah out because they think, hey, she gave up the reward because She's trying to play this game. It's a strategic game move. She wants to make friends. She wants to seem empathetic. What she can do is guarantee her safety with immunity. And speaking of immunity, let's go to the immunity challenge, which is a simple one. There's only going to be one winner this time, and everybody's going to have to be balancing themselves on these floating pyramids, and they're going to have to be holding their feet on certain notches, and as the time progresses they have to go up and up until they're on the very top, and then it's whoever lands there the longest gets immunity and safety for the next tribal council. As everyone's doing this thing, people are trickling down, and the last 6 people left on these pyramids was Kim, Sophie, Sarah, Ben, Nick, and Adam. And then once everybody had to get up to the very top, that's when everybody was just falling off really, really quickly. Adam couldn't even get up there. Sophie fell pretty quickly, Sarah did, and then Nick. It was only left to Kim and Ben to get immunity, and that's when Ben karate moves or kung fu moves could not help him out, as he just flung backwards and into the water, and Kim gets immunity. And that's pretty much the only thing that is for certain heading into this next tribal council, as it is absolute chaos back at camp. There's a majority of people already getting back, and they're thinking, we're gonna split the votes between Adam and Nick. And that's when Ben is thinking, why not Nick and Michele? They were with Wendell, we just got rid of Wendell, let's just keep on disbanding them two. They're probably kind of close with one another, so they decide they're going to split between Nick and Michele. But that plan doesn't last long, as Nick goes up to Tyson and says that Sophie said Tyson's name, and Tyson wants to get out Sophie. Adam brings up Sarah. Sarah hears that her name is brought up by Adam and tells Ben. Ben goes to Adam. Ben goes up to Adam and asks him point blank, did you say Sarah and I are super close, like peas in a pod? And Adam is put in a corner because he is sitting there going like, I don't want to admit that I did say that, but if I say anybody else's name, Ben is going to go up to them point blank, say that Adam said you said this, and then the whole thing's going to be put on Adam. But there's already a big old bullseye on Adam. But then there's so many things in the edit, there's so many people talking to everybody else, walking around, Tyson's name being thrown out there, Sophie, Michele, everybody and anybody's name is being thrown out there. I'm super confused. So we get to tribal council, and we essentially get the audio version of what happened at camp, which we already saw. And then while Ben and Adam are yelling at each other yet again about how they can't trust each other, but they've never double-crossed each other, while this is happening, the Whisper Committee is going all around, getting up from their seats, and this is what I think some of the people that has known the recent seasons of Survivor hate all the whispering. There's too much talking. They want Jeff to just ask his questions, get a little bit of sense of the drama, and then everybody vote. But everybody's talking with everybody else, getting up and walking around, and that's when everybody finally sits down, is kind of quiet, and then Adam is asking some questions, and nobody wants to say anything. So it's almost like the writing is on the wall that Adam is going to be the next one voted out. Everyone votes, comes back, and then Jeff asks if there's a hidden immunity idol and anybody wants to play it now. And that's when Adam gets up and tries to break off that little symbol, but it's just not coming off. And I think what makes it a little bit cringy is that he tries it for a little too long. And then when he sits down, Jeff kind of toys with him and is like, you want to play this thing that you can't take out of my podium? You want to play this? And he's like, yes, I want to play it. And come to find out, it's not a hidden immunity idol. I'm glad it's not, because the vote is overwhelmingly to get Adam out of this game. He is out, heading to the edge of extinction. He gives his fire token to Denise, and he is off. But that's it for this episode. What did you think about this episode? Let me know that in the comment section below. Did you really think that that little symbol on Jeff's podium was going to be a hidden immunity idol, or did you know there's no way it could have been? Let me know that in the comment section below. Do you think it was genius to think that they would do that, or do you think that it was kind of desperate on Adam to try it? Let me know that in the comment section below. And what do you think about Sarah giving up her reward to Nick? Do you think that was just a bonehead move, or do you think, oh, it's a little bit of empathy, I would have done it for him too? Let me know that in the comment section below. But thank you so much for watching. While you're down there, hit that like and subscribe button. I'll be back really, really soon with more content, more challenge content, more Survivor content. Join me on Thursdays for another Survivor review and recap, and also for the Challenge Total Madness review and recap, also on Thursdays, and much, much more. But until then, peace.